best and put the gambling debt rumours to bed on the footy show during the week and denied that. Got that out of the way as well. Just concentrate on playing footy now, as he said, and concentrate on getting the Blues into the finals. They lead by a behind. Secondary ball up. Hampson and Jolly. Ball not clear of the contest. Bentley ducked into that tackle, almost stripped of it, and ducked in but got the free for too high. Greg Bentley started on the bench, and number 4 for the Blues. Chips wide. Yaron back into the team as well this week. Yaron.
And good to see youngster Daniel Hanbury on for his first run for the match, the first game of Dwayne.
Murphy. He heads wide. Fev's on the move. Got it.
She's moving well. Moving very, very well. And the thing about Fev is where a lot of forwards can lead themselves out of range of goal, Fev rarely does. And whether it's 55 metres, doesn't matter. Whether it's on the boundary, it doesn't matter. When he's on, he'll kick them from anywhere.
We know he can kick a big number. 9 might have been his personal best last week, but he did kick 12 in that NAB Cup game, that pre-season game, New Year's Eve, Millennium game. Drifts it back and just misses to the near side. And he likes to remind everybody he did kick 15 in a game for the Berwick under-16s as well. Shaw with the kick in. Jack. Shaw.
Nice kick.
Jolly.
He's a pretty good player for the Swans. He's Shaw, really good recruit. Reece Shaw, I should say. For those Shaws that are thinking they're watching the wrong person.
Bolton back to Jolly.
Yeah, but the Blues have chopped up the space pretty well. They're making it very difficult for the Swans to play flowing football.
Heads long. White with a chance to leap. Goes hard. Crushes the contest. Can't take the mark. But at least getting his body involved. He's a big unit. Ruckman, as you said in the intro, but playing up forward today.
I was going to say, Dwayne, he's got a big physical presence. He's led well. His timing's been good. He just has been let down by those with the ball in their hand.
Quick kick out of the congestion. Bird inside 50. White was there. Vespremi was there. Goods is there. Gets it up to Vespremi. Ducks out of the tackle. Caught. Dispossessed. Scotland, another of those back into the Blues lineup. Lost it. White outside of the foot. Quick kick. Kirk. High and wide.
Interesting arrangement, Jared. You've got Ted Richards starting at half forward for Sydney, and then he's virtually floating behind play, playing as a spare defender. Now that leaves Brett Thornton loose for the Blues, and I don't think they'll mind that.
Would pick up Betts to Judd. Twists his way through traffic. Scotland, Judd. Okay, Favola goes down behind play. Claims he was held and pushed. No free. Ted Richards marks.
That's the man we're talking about.
Well, Thornton actually is the 3rd highest player in the league at intercepts. I don't think he's best ability is to spot up passes, but he has shown a great liking for the interception, which is a pretty vital part of the game.
And uses the ball well, so Brett Ratton won't mind him being loose.
Roberts Thompson, tough one for Barlow. He did well.
Nice kick.
Goods.
Slowly getting better at Barlow in a variety of positions.
Okay, White in a one-on-one. Goal square. Doesn't get the chance. Hampson came over the top. Hit it to the deck.
Good breakaway here for the Blues.
So Simpson to Russell. Fev's in a one-on-one. Can't get it all the way to him. Goes short to Betts. Dives. Marks.
Geez, that was good play by Jordan Russell.
So Richards in the hole for the Fev lead.
Didn't panic at all. He waited for space, looked for options in the corridor. There were none forthcoming, and then he waited for Eddie.
And Favola's on the march. He's got it.
Well, I reckon Craig Bolton will be a little bit disappointed there. He's got Ted Richards as the loose defender standing in front of Brendan Favola, but you've got to stand in a position that you can cut the lead off.
They're just one forward short, the Blues, so it would have been fantastic if Fev could have wheeled around and kicked it long to a centre-half forward or a tall forward running into the goal square where it's a one-off. Now, he is still a chance to kick this goal.
So Fev, high, goal square, pack rises and rush through for a behind.
Chance to kick it, Jason, but much higher percentage, I reckon, if there's another body down there where he could kick it to one on.
And that's where they're probably missing someone like a Jared Wade who gives them, whichever end he plays, it gives them a little bit more flexibility in playing another tall.
Roberts Thompson called to play on. Jude Bolton. So not a lot of options to go to, and gives to the number 1 bounce man in the competition, Shaw. Or just that's a little high from Fev behind play. He's getting a little angry as Reece Shaw has another running bounce. Is the AFL leader for running bounces this year, 113 of them now, and the next best is Heath Shaw with 55. So the Shaw boys dominating there.
That's a good kick.
Vez Primi, release kick, Craig Bolton to Barlow. Lead comes from O'Loughlin in his direction. Thornton, that's a better chop off. He was the man in the hole, needed to do that, and did it perfectly. Bauer.
Just when they're dangerous, we've got the quick break and Fev's in space.
Brenna Favola plays on.
Having said that, they won't mind Fev getting it there.
Cruiser, like I'm talking about, have Cruiser running into the goal square.
He runs onto it, runs around, falls a couple. That's a gem. Gee, the kid's good.
You've spoken about him, and I think we're going to be excited about what we see in the coming years. But the thing that impressed me here, Jared, was a good kick from Fev out to space, but he had the leg speed to outrun Ted Richards.
Yeah.
You have a look at Richards, he can't go with him. He cannot catch Matty Cruiser.
So they've got the advantage, but Fev was able to take advantage of his physical attributes because at the pincer movement. Fev going one way and Cruiser the next. In come the tanks.
Not sure when the last time was that a 20-year-old ruckman took his team into a final series and gave them hope, but he is a star of the future, Matthew Cruiser, if not a star right now.
It's a good finish for a big bloke. Not many ruckmen can do that.
And lay a tackle like that. Should have been rewarded with a free. Matner had prior opportunity, and he'll have to do the ruck work again, Matthew Cruiser.
Here's the tackle.
It's a good second effort. That's what you want from your big blokes. Get down and dirty.
The question is, Jason, are they better off having him in the ruck or as the second tall up forward with maybe the ruck as a secondary role?
No, I think he's too valuable as a ruckman. What he can contribute around the ground and push forward in doing so is his best role.
Look out. Did I say Cruiser was good? What about this bloke? Carlton on fire.
One of the fast break specialists from stoppages. Generally, he works the ball out with handball these days, but when he's at his very best, he works it out with his leg speed and gets on the end of it. Here we see him now, just a little flick over. Controlled it like Michael Jordan. And finished off with a great goal. Look at it, flick into space. Good shepherd there. Ryan O'Keefe can't get to the Judd, and the Judd delivers.
Not a bad analogy, that, Jared, either. He is the Jordan, the LeBron James, the Kobe, and he might take Carlton into the finals. Chris Judd from the ball up. Swans in trouble already in this game. So Ablett, late inclusion for Sydney.
Good lead.
Heads
Good
to
lead.
White. He gets a chance from 45.
Now, I'll tell you what, we thought of him as the second ruckman. And we saw him break into the Sydney side, and I think he was involved in an interchange infraction at one stage when the new rule came in, and more infamous than famous. But in the last couple of weeks in the reserves, he has out-muscled blokes. He's got terrific pace for a big bloke, and he's been kicking swags of goals.
Yet another tall former basketballer from the Gold Coast. Jesse White from the paint. Nice, but it's drifting a little, and squeezed it in.
This is the sort of bloke they need, Jared.
Absolutely.
Barry Hall's gone. Michael O'Loughlin's going. There's not a lot up forward. Goods, you like to play him on ball. You don't want to have him staying as a dedicated forward all the time. But a big bloke that has this sort of pace on the lead, that can take big marks, give you the bailout kick when you need it, he could prove invaluable yet to the Sydney Swans.
Well, if he can take his form from the level down to the top level, you can see he's a unit and a half and can kick.
Just game number 14 for Jesse White, third season on the list. He was a very deep pick, picked 79 back in 2006.
And that's the only way that the Swans will be able to re-emerge without bottoming out, if they can get their selections absolutely spot on and pull the odd rabbit out of the hat and pick 79 like a Jesse White.
Well, Ricky Barham, there's a rabbit pull.